think he had 24 carries today. Is that just kind of what the defense was giving you? And
yeah, that's part of the game plan. Me running the ball, because if not, then they have 9 people in the box, which is it's not odds in our favor. So with that, there's a lot of quarterback runs. I think we executed that.
How difficult was it to throw the ball out there? The wind seemed to be playing havoc with almost every thrown ball.
I threw a bug to Curtis, and he was going at him, and then it took a nosedive just to the right. And I'm looking, I was like, oh my goodness. It was really odd because at times it would calm down, and then it would just pick up crazy. But I mean, that was part of it. But then too, I did miss some throws that I know I should have. But I think for the most part, I did my best to try and just make the right decisions and do the best I can, with the conditions.
JT, can you talk about the grind of what it is to play Michigan State? I asked your teammate Sam Hubbard that. I mean, that's a team that at one point had lost 7 in a row. They got back on track with Rutgers, but I mean, you guys have a track record with them. Obviously, the road team win the last couple. What does it mean to play MSU?
I mean, I watch film like everybody else, and but the record didn't show, I guess, the team that we saw today. Like, that's a good football team. It's always a good football team. They have good players. A lot of times we recruit some of the same guys. So with that, people look at record and be like, oh, we're supposed to blow them out or whatever. But that's not the case because they get up for us, and we like the matchup as well. So, like I said, a good team over there, and it's always one of those grinded out type of games. So with that, we edged it out. Our defense came up big for us at the end. And so it was something we prepared for in the offseason, was these type of grinded out games.
You knew going in the weather was not going to be good. It probably shaped the game plan going into the week. How much did you have to change it further because of what you actually saw out there today, experienced out there today?
Not really. I think our game plan was really good. In practice, we were expecting more rain, so we did a lot of wet football drills, so we were getting prepared for that. Kind of like last year. Last year, it was wet football. We didn't do the greatest job at preparing for that. So this year, we definitely honed in on the wet footballs. It turned out that it wasn't that wet, but the wind was something that we just had to adjust to, try to play that field position with the wind.
Mike Weber came up, he had the fumble. I don't even know if you spoke to him afterwards, but he came up big in the second half for you guys on one drive especially. What did you see from him today in a bounce-back situation? And he goes over 1,000 yards, freshman.
Right.
first touchdown on the road, too.
Yeah, so with Mike is one of those things that he's a grinder. He's one of those guys that is going to plug it. And I knew Coach Alford was going to talk to him and everything's going to be fine. I knew it was unfortunate things that happens, you know what I'm saying? But just knew forget about it, go play the next play. And like you said, he came up big for us this year.
How big of a step was that for him, especially knowing what's next week?
Yeah, I think it was one of those personal battles for himself because, he's from state up north, and so with that, he knew a lot of those guys, and it was one of those zone back and forth, so I had to calm him down at the beginning, but I think he just kind of settled in, and he was able to do what we needed to do on offense.
JT, do you just take, at this point in the season, with what's on the line and everything, you just take a win however it comes? Just as you leave here today, what are your thoughts in that regard? You know what I mean? There's a lot of people watching.
Yeah, a win is a win. I don't care how it comes. We could win 2-0, and I'm really happy about it. It's really hard to win football games, especially in November and in the Big Ten as well. So I'm happy any way they come, honestly. So, especially here in November, knowing how tough it is and how everybody's going to get up and play, Ohio State. So, slug it out, blow out. I'll take it how they come.
You know what's coming next week. Just your thought on getting ready for that game, how quickly the page turns from here, and how much do you monitor that team up north during a year, just it's coming at the end?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that all the state of Ohio, all Buckeye fans everywhere, count on a calendar the days to this game. So we understand that it's a big responsibility for us, the alumni that played at Ohio State, also everybody involved in Buckeye Nation. So we understand the responsibility for it, and we're going to be well coached and prepared to win the game.
JT, do you feel, you've played in the Michigan game before, and it seems like everything's been building towards this as it often does. Just for everything that's happened to this point, how you played today, how Ohio State's quarterback needs to play in a Michigan game. Do you feel like you're that guy, you're happy with where you're at on your trajectory going into it?
past couple years, I think I did all right.
No, I don't mean to say it.
I think with myself, even when I was a redshirt freshman, just understanding the hype of this game and all the things that go into it. And that's bigger than yourself, like I just mentioned. That's bigger than me, and all the quarterbacks that play here, all the people that are, like I said, a part of Buckeye Nation. So with that, I'm going to go out there and prepare very hard this week. So I'll be successful.
JT, there was one play
Last
where you
question.
pulled Isaiah Prince aside, and I saw Billy do the same thing. Especially knowing the defensive front you guys are going to go up against this week. I think some of us may think that offensive line regressed at all. Just what did you see there, and do you feel like they're, given what they've done last 3 weeks, they're up to that task?
Yeah, I think there was no regress. I think we ran for 200-something yards on offense. Passing game could have been a little better, but I think if anything else, something I could have helped us and receivers, tight ends. So with them, I think they did their job, and we won the game. And I think we did a good job on the ground. So one of the main things is I just wanted to focus on the game because I think there was a lot of jawing back and forth, and we didn't want to get into it.
Right.
Great.